Hi everyone, thanks again for joining me. My name is Yannick Degg, and today we're here to unbox the latest expansion and/or standalone game, Villainous, Perfectly Wretched. Let's open up and see what's inside. So here's the front of the game. We'll turn it around, and here's the back. And let's take the seals off. Oops. Wanted to ding the cardboard there a little bit. There we go. Perfect. And so inside the lid, no graphics. Next item is the instructions, and we can see clearly on the header that this is what it is. How to learn to play. It's nice. You can also, there's a link for a video there so that you can learn how to play the actual game. Reference charts. And this is fully intermixable with the other Villainous series, which is great. Very fun game. I've played many of the expansions and the original base game. And anybody who likes Disney and or that theming of Disney, especially with the evil characters, this is a really fun game. So here again, we continue to see the instruction booklet. And there's always some nuances with Villainous because the gameplay is different with each of the heroes and or evil villains that are part of the game, and which is great. Adds the variety. You can see here the other additions that are available to and the original base game. Nice reference chart to help you play. Quick setup. Things to remember. Frequently asked questions, which is always nice just to help some nuance, and the back of the instruction booklet. Next that we see, before we get to the cardboard, they always have these great sort of minis that are thematic to each of the villains that are part of each expansion and or base sets. And again, just to represent each of the characters. So pretty cool and very different than a traditional mini. And so we can see that there. Not meant to be painted or anything like that. And we can see here, these are the cards for each of the villains. So let's just see what's inside. Take the cellophane off here. Okay. And the first one you can see is Cruella De Vil. And again, her missions and her locations, which is cool. And the back of it, same color. Then we also see Mother Gothel and her locations and missions. And last but not least, Pete, which is pretty cool. Part of the original evil villains of Disney with Mickey Mouse. And again, the back there. So good graphic design, as always, high production for Disney. So let's take a peek what's inside of here. Okay, so in this baggie, we have, this is an actual hard, it's not a a traditional card. It's an actual card stock, cardboard of Rapunzel, and some text on the bottom. And next we actually see, so these will be the individual instruction guides for each of the villains. And this is always great because it actually helps for each of the players, not only learning the main rule that you see in the main instructions, but a special guide for each of the villains to help as a reference guide, which is cool. So you've got Cruella, Mother Gothel, and again, her book. And here again, so 3 panels. And Pete, last but not least, flip around, which is pretty neat. And again, the villain objectives for each one, so reference cards for each villain, and symbol action, which is really helpful. Nice little reference chart to be able to be leveraged by each of the players playing the villains. Now, each one of these card decks and or tokens is specific to each villain as well. So let's take a peek at what these look like. Take the cellophane off here. Now, the nice part here is that they're always color-coded. They're deck-specific for each of the villains. And the backends will be each different. So let's just take a quick peek at the backs here. And these are their cards. So when you see the darker side, this is the villain cards that are to help them boost or cards that work in their favor. And the lighter cards are the ones that are utilized against the particular villain by other players oftentimes. And so the backs are there, and take a leaf through some of the cards here. So the artwork is very cool. Text is very specific. You'll see on the bottom, again, they're color-coded, but at the same time, the words are there for each one, and helps just be able to understand and play for each particular villain. Again, the graphics good because it's based off Disney. It's all the artwork that you would see traditionally in the movies, or its appropriate movie that it's associated with. And again, really good quality. Cardstock is very solid. Just leafing through most of these here. And hopefully you can see most of the cards here. Let's see what else. So the next card deck. Now that first one, sorry, I should have been a bit more specific. That first deck was Mother Gothel. This particular deck is Cruella De Vil. And let's just see what her cards look like. Now these seem to be, they're not standard, oh maybe they are standard size cards. So if you're using Magic the Gathering kind of size, I would think fits these quite well. Sorry, the cellophane just does not want to cooperate. Here we go. Okay. So again, her back, there's two backs there. So Cruella De Vil, the red side, and the backs that are white. And again, these would work against Cruella. So, because again, good, these are villains after all, right? So good effects hinder the opponent. So again, the artwork and theming is really based upon the movies. So you'll see a lot of Dalmatians here, I'm sure, and or things that reference the movie. And cards that work in her favor. Effect cards, item cards. So really nice artwork. Again, if you like Disney, most of us do, I think, to a certain extent anyways. This is really good high production, good card stock, easy to read text, and again, just really very much thematic. And I think it's always neat to be able to play the villain for once, and everybody's playing a villain. And last but not least, the next deck, which will be Pete. So let's take a look at what's inside the Pete deck. Whoops. Sorry, just getting underneath here. Well, the cellophane's just not cooperating today. Okay, let's try this again. Break off a little bit more of it here. There we go. Okay. Got it going. Perfect. And now, again here, hopefully, whoops. You know, just because of the lighting, I apologize. Maybe get a bit closer to the camera. And just toss these cards here. Now the back, sorry, the light cards of Pete. Again, these ones are all black and white just because it follows the theming of the actual character and the time that the Pete sort of showed up in a movie. And now these are the evil cards. You can sort of tell just because they've gotten darker. So very thematic. Again, goes back to the animation style of the time. And if you've ever seen this movie, it's pretty neat. Artwork is really good, as previously stated. Yeah, really, really nice production again. All of these Villainous games have really good quality and really intertwine with each other. And there we go. So that's the deck for Pete. let's see what else is inside this particular game. So the rest is really the tokens that are available within. And let's just see what's actually in here. So you've got some of the gold pieces here, the standard tokens that are available in most of them. Now this last one here, just so because it's slightly different. And there's some text there, so I apologize for the lighting. Again, just good standard tokens, nothing super extravagant or exorbitantly unique, but these are all the goals for some of the characters and how they function. But good quality tokens throughout. And it's always nice to have baggies included, just helps keep everything organized and ease of setup. And there we go. So that was Villainous and the Perfectly Wretched edition. And again, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more unboxing or any other kind of video in regards to board games, please let me know in the comments and subscribe to get notified the next time that we put one together. Again, my name is Yannick Degg. I thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye for now.